Alright, today's gonna be a really quick stream. The only thing I want to do today is just react to some stuff, because apparently I realized that I have to go to work actually really early. So this is gonna be a quick stream where we're just gonna react to like two things. I know it's like maybe still wrong to react to Sunny, but I'll do it, not because I want to support him, but more so the topics he talks about are interesting. And this one's actually really interesting to me. The American Tourist. So yeah, just want to get that clear, alright? I still think what he did with the Mr. Beast stuff is wrong. So yeah, I just want to get that clear. So yeah, let's watch this while I eat a egg McMuffin from McDonald's.
On the 15th of November 2018, John Allen Chow took a boat to North Sentinel Island expecting a peaceful welcome. He never made it back home. Although before we talk about who he was, what he was doing, and how he came to meet his fate, let's first talk about the island itself. Located in the Bay of Bengal between India and Thailand, North Sentinel Island measures 6 kilometers wide, 8 kilometers long, and is home to one of the last uncontacted tribes on all of planet Earth. The tribe is known to outsiders as the Sentinelese, who have an estimated population of between 15 and 500 people. However, there's a reason why taking an accurate measurement is almost impossible. They're unbelievably hostile to anybody who tries to visit the island. Paradise, this couldn't have been further from the truth. Without warning, the ship's crew were attacked by the tribe's bow and arrows, and were only able to survive by returning fire with sticks and stones found on the beach. They were rescued by a British steamboat 1 week later.
Yes,
the captain of the
British
shipwreck went on to describe the Sentinelese by writing, "The savages were perfectly naked with short hair and red painted noses, and were opening their mouth and making sounds like part on off. Their arrows appeared to be tipped with iron." The intriguing nature of the tribe led a party of armed British officials to return 13 years later in 1880. 16 years after this, a Hindu convict escaped on a makeshift raft from the adjacent Great Andaman Island, only to wash up 50 kilometers west in the worst place imaginable, North Sentinel. A search party found his body.
I'm sorry, I'm surprised that this apparently someone managed to escape some kind of prison and they just fled down the river down here, and then they just went through here, and like nobody thought of like to get ahead. Maybe it's because over around here it's barely populated there. I don't know what year this was. I wasn't paying attention. But I don't know. I find it funny that it's just he went through here and yada yada. He escaped. I don't know. I feel like when people like go through boats and then they go through like small crevices here, I like to think that these like small crevices are only like that large, when in reality they're probably like huge ass pieces of river or whatever ocean. Because like on the map here, it makes it look like, oh, there's like a simple boat ride from like south to south. When in reality, it probably takes like 3 hours to cross this part of the river. I'm just saying, I just find that kind of stuff funny.
Great Andaman Island, only to wash up 50 kilometers west in the worst place imaginable, North Sentinel. A search party found his body lying on the beach pierced with iron arrows, with his death sending a clear enough message for nobody to return to the island for almost 80 years. However, in 1974, a film crew shooting a documentary called Man.
It's the equivalent of a Minecraft Anarchy server. Never come to this area or you will be shot on sight. That's literally what the equivalent of it is. They are playing the Minecraft stuff hardcore.
What are those moving shapes? Are they human? At last, the first glimpse of the Sentinelese. This tribe believes in total isolation. It will not tolerate a stranger.
I'm surprised they're not like protecting themselves, because I mean, hang on, you could clearly see. You can see this guy. He's literally trying to do like an arrow shot. He's literally. I wonder what would have happened if he actually like managed to hit one of them. They would have like canceled this entire documentary. Or they would have like reported on it, but still, damn.
Will not tolerate a stranger.
As is obvious in the footage, the tribe had no interest in making friends, and rather buried half of the gifts they'd been given before shooting arrows toward the film crew.
Oh, they did. Holy shit.
By one of the many arrows.
Oh shit, they actually got hit. Holy fuck.
Each 2.5 meters long. He will carry this scar till his death.
Exactly 10 years later, when a single anthropologist did the impossible, he made peaceful contact for the very first time.
He did? There's hope in the Anarchy server. Because I was about to say, if these guys are just going to remain, like, hostile for the rest of their life, I mean, we can easily, like, take them out. I'm pretty sure any country that I can think of on top of the list can probably come in and just wipe them all out just because of them attacking every local that shows up. I'm not saying that's a good thing we should do, but I'm just saying that is possible. That's a possibility. We could probably wipe them out, or unless this could probably be like another Indian versus cowboy situation where they use their environment to their advantage. But who knows?
Had been dropping gifts and coconuts to the island every 1 or 2 months since 1967, although for the first 24 years of doing so, the Sentinelese maintained their hostility. But all of this changed on the 4th of January 1991, when the tribe finally concluded that he was only there to help. Pandit described this day in a 2000 interview with the American Scholar, which stated a great many of the Sentinelese started running down the beach and splashing through the surf toward the dinghy. The director leapt from the boat into chest-high water. One of the young Sentinelese men recalled in fright and handed coconuts to the tribesmen as they crowded around him. A few weeks later, he returned to North Sentinel with another expedition. This time, several Sentinelese men went so far as to climb into the dinghy and grab entire sacks of coconuts. Pandit was alone in the water with a group of Sentinelese. One of the young tribesmen looked at him, scowled, pulled out an iron-bladed knife, and made a gesture, Pandit says, like he was going to cut out my heart. Maybe he thought I was planning to stay on the island. But the dinghy quickly returned to pick Pandit up. He would return to North Sentinel several more times before retiring from the Anthropological Survey in 1992. The interaction showed that peaceful contact with the tribe was possible, although only after a significant period of trust building, and even after T and Pandit's unique interaction, the Sentinelese retained their hostility toward any unfamiliar outsider.
Of course.
For example, after the 2000 helicopter was sent out to see if the tribe had survived from such a catastrophic event.
Let me guess, they got shot down.
Not only were the Sentinelese somehow doing just fine, but their response to the help offered by the Indian government was to throw spears, arrows, and rocks toward the helicopter.
Then he's like, and then they managed to shot down the helicopter and brought it down.
Killed. A government helicopter was sent to recover the bodies. However, given the tribe's hostility, all they were able to get was this photo, after which a 5.6 kilometer exclusion zone was enforced by the Indian government, making it illegal for anybody to visit the island. This, in combination with every other example so far, paints a very simple picture. Do not visit North Sentinel Island under any circumstances. However, unfortunately, John Allen Chow never got the message. Born on the 18th of December 1991 in the state of Alabama, John grew up in what seemed to be a standard Christian household with 2 parents and 2 siblings. As he got older, John began to get into various outdoor activities such as camping, hiking, and kayaking. As a wilderness emergency medical technician, and classes he took in linguistics and cultural anthropology were in preparation to share Jesus with the North Sentinelese. He was very well prepared for this moment. On the 21st of October.
Look, I don't care about religion. A long time no see. Hey, Virgil. I don't care about religion, alright, honestly. But goddamn, don't try and share your beliefs with someone else. Especially if they react very hostile towards it. Like, I'm so glad that other religious groups don't act hostile towards each other. I'm talking about a certain K word. But I'm glad that the other religions are okay with other religions existing. Even if they say that they're not real.
Who are all believers and agreed to drop me off.
I'm not saying the K word, you put it with 3.
Doing their regular fishing maneuvers to avoid raising suspicion, and there is a high chance that they get checked by the Indian Coast Guard. The meeting went well. I trust them, though I'm the only English speaker, so there's quite a language gap, and I'm relying on the Holy Spirit to direct us. The drop zone was pointed out on the map as being a cove on the southwest of the island, and up to the island went as planned by writing. At 4:30 we entered the cove on the western shore, which was followed by his first attempt at contact approximately 4 hours later. Around 8:30 I got 2 large fish, around 15 pounds it felt like. I put them on top of the kayak and began rowing. 2 armed Sentinelese came rushing out yelling at me. They had 2 arrows each unstrung until they got closer. I hollered, "My name is John. I love you and Jesus loves you. Jesus Christ gave me the authority to come to you." I regret I began to panic slightly as I saw them string arrows in their bows.
Wait, do they even understand English? Hang on a fucking sec. Is an undescribed language of the Sentinel. Yeah, okay. Of course, they speak their own language there. Ah, great.
I picked up the half tuna and threw it toward them.
They honestly thought he was probably saying some shit like, "Hello, I bring fish. Fish is probably a bomb. It will explode." By the guy upstairs.
They kept coming.
I'm making fun of a... I just realized I'm making fun of a guy who probably got hurt, or died really badly on that island. I do apologize. Realization just came to me.
Kept waving my hands to say no bows, but they didn't get the memo, I guess. Then a little kid with bow and arrow came down the middle, and I figured this was it. So I preached a bit to them starting in Genesis, and disembarked my kayak to show them that I too have 2 legs. But the little kid shot me with an arrow directly into my Bible, which I was holding in front of my chest. I stumbled back and I
What the fuck? I want to say this is bait, but holy shit. Watching an Illuminati video. Yeah, Illuminati's a little bit, she fell off or something. I don't know. I heard that she doesn't make her own videos. She just hires an entire team to do it, and then she just voices it. Anyways. But holy shit, I'm surprised he didn't flee when he saw the woman and child. I mean, at that point, if I'm trying to, like, convince people, like, I'm just gonna say, if I'm trying to convince people to, like God or some shit like that, or try to be friends with them, I don't think it's worth risking 24 years of my life, unless I'm that dedicated to world peace. But look, I'm sorry, but I think I draw the line when the child shoots my Bible. I think that's where I draw the line. And I'm like, okay, I'm going home. This is too much for me.
Day was shot by the Sentinelese point blank, but lived to tell the tale after the pages in his Bible
By a child. We have to mention by a child.
decided to spare
Actually, probably was a teenager, but I'm gonna say he was like a 10-year-old.
his life. However, as the journal entries continued, it became obvious that John was happy for his legacy to be the guy who died trying to preach his religion to the tribe.
No.
Lord, let your will be done. If you want me to get actually shot or even killed with an arrow, then so be it. I think I could be more useful alive though, but to you, God, I give all the glory of whatever happens.
No.
I don't want to die. Would it be wiser to leave and let someone else continue? No, I don't think so. I still could make it back to the US somehow, as it almost seems like certain death to stay here. Yet there is evidence of change in just 2 encounters in a single day.
You got shot. I don't think that counts as change. Oh my god, did he actually die? I hope he did not die.
The following day, John wrote his final entry in the journal, beginning with, "Woke up after a fairly restless sleep, heading to Ireland now. I hope this isn't my last notes, but if it is, to God be the glory," before going on to write a goodbye message to his family reading, "Brian and Marilyn and Mum and Dad. You guys might think I'm crazy in all of this, but I think it's worth it to declare Jesus to these people. Please do not be angry at them or at God if I get killed. Rather, please live your lives in obedience to whatever he calls you to, and I'll see you again when you pass through the veil. Don't retrieve my body. I love you all, and I pray that none of you love anything in this world more than Jesus Christ." Written from the cove on the southwest-ish, more like west of North Sentinel Island. 16th of November 2018, 6:20 AM. In the days that followed, his family made a post to John's Instagram reading, "We recently learned from an unconfirmed report that John Allen Chow was reported killed in India while reaching out to members of the Sentinelese tribe in the Andaman Islands. Words cannot express the sadness we have experienced about this report. He was a beloved son, brother, uncle, and best friend to us. To others, he was a Christian missionary, a wilderness EMT, an international soccer coach, and a mountaineer." John's father criticized religion for the death of his son, stating, "If you have anything positive to say about religion, I wish not to see or hear it. John is gone because the Western ideology overpowered my Confucian influence. He blamed evangelicals' extreme Christianity for pushing his child to a not unexpected end, which is a viewpoint often repeated across social media platforms. John Allen Chow is not a martyr, just a dumb American who thought that tribals needed Jesus, when the tribals already lived in harmony with God and nature for years without outside interference. Stupidity cannot be considered to be a martyrdom." On the 5th
Okay, that's a little harsh. I mean, I don't blame him. Look, I don't blame the guy for trying to spread the word of Jesus to a tribe, but I wouldn't act like a total dick about it, even if it cost him his life. I mean, I wouldn't be a dick about it. Okay, but yeah, that's kind of sad. Eesh.